Okay, we're gonna go over um, the daily first. All right. The daily basically says that we have an inside day. On inside days, you have to be very careful because the market can go either way, and it typically means that you might have a lot of consolidation, meaning the price is not either going up or down; it's really just sideways. So we have to be careful on days like today. For me personally, I'll take trades, but I'll be very careful about the trades that I take. And the price that we're looking for the market to get up from is one, we want to either get above 16,089.50 or get below 15,938.75. As long as it stays between that range, we'll be very careful about what we trade. Um, and ladies and gentlemen, that is a very, very big key, right? You have to understand what the dynamic for the market is for the day so that you can have the biggest or the best outcome for yourself. Um, you know, if it doesn't get between those two numbers, like it get out of between those two numbers, it's going to be kind of consolidating. As you can see here, I've said to you earlier that 16,950 out of the last 9 days, it's hit that price 7 of the last 9 days. That being said, that's an equilibrium point, like what we talked about yesterday offline. That's an equilibrium point. So that's a fair value from where the bulls and the bears think that's a fair price for the market to be at, and it hadn't deviated from that too much one way or the other, right? We just gonna get straight into it, man. Um, as you know, we don't trade to 9:35. You give the market time, and as you can see, it looks like mumbo jumbo right now. So we just wait, and while we're waiting, right, we're gonna talk about being able to understand compounding interest. The reason why people trade is because you put compounding interest in your favor, right? And what I mean by putting compounding interest in your favor is you have to think about it logically. If you're going to make an income from trading, you need to make, in my opinion, no less than $50,000 a year up to $2-3 million a year. What a lot of institutions do is they have a trading division, right? And that trading division is the lifeblood of the organization because it has constant cash flow every single day. And that cash flow is used to fuel and allow the companies to, profit and make their money in addition to the long term stuff and all the other investments that they have. But the trading division is the lifeblood. And I tell people all the time, you got to think about it logically. Right? Stock market is open every day. So if the stock market is open Monday through Friday every day, that means somebody's making money every day. So you have to think about it like that. You can't have a one approach to investing. You need to be able to look at short term, what I call intraday, short term, mid term, and long term, which is like your retirement accounts. Long term, you have all of those kinds of accounts so that you can capitalize on the market and be able to take advantage of compounding interest. Uh, that is the biggest thing that you can do. I mean, we just gonna sit here and watch. As a matter of fact, what we need to do is we need to see if there's any news. Do you remember what the uh, website was I said that we go to? It was. It's free. Uh, so for the Forex Factory today is Tuesday, right? Then we look for any red folders. We got a red folder at 10 o'clock. which is consumer confidence, CD consumer confidence, right? And we got an orange folder, Richmond Manufacturing Index, and then we got the FOMC member Goldsby Speaks, which is a yellow folder, right? And then at 10:05, we have another orange folder, which is FOMC member Waller Speaks. And it's funny how they do this because some members have more credence than others, right? One member got an orange folder, and then this member here got he's a yellow folder. So he's like, man, what you got to say is more important than me? Really? So I mean, I'm being facetious and being that away, but seriously, uh, we have that news. The last piece of news we have is a yellow folder at 10:45, and that's FOMC member Bauman speaks. So out of 10 o'clock, we should be good. Be good and ready to go. So let's get back to the charts. And resume. Yeah, 16,089.50 or below 16 or below 15,938.75. I don't anticipate it going up, but who am I, right? I think all the time I follow the market, I don't lead it. So we'll wait on it to tell us which direction we're going, and then we'll wait for pauses in the market to take our opportunities. All right, so that's that there. And we'll sit back and wait. You're gonna have a lot of notes you can take today. So today's an inside day. And as you can see, it's like, I mean, there can be a lot of consolidation. And it also means that basically today's high is lower than yesterday's high, and today's low is higher than yesterday's low. That's what this is.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Um, so, and now, it's going down. You have 30 some odd points to go. 16, at 15, 9, 38 area. Compounding interest is money moving. Let me give you an example. Compound interest is 1 penny turn 2 pennies, 2 pennies turn 4 pennies, 4 pennies turn 8 pennies, 8 pennies turn 16 pennies, so on and so forth. So when you're able to compound your dollars the same way, $1 turn $2, $2, $4, then you're able to make a living, right, from the money that you're extracting from the market. The most important thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't ever tune in again or you don't ever see me again, remember this. The name of the game in this business is having an edge. And your edge comes from being able to find a repeatable process that allows you to extract money from the markets on a continual basis. That is all you're trying to do. 100%. You're not trying to do no more or no less. Once you have an edge, you can then extract money from the markets on a regular basis. They're by starting to compound the interest or compound the money in your account. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll wait. Another thing is you have to be patient and aggressive, right? Patient meaning waiting on what you want to see to happen. Aggressive when it happens, act. So that is what you're looking. Uh, that's what you're looking to do. Ronald, man, and ask me whatever question you want to ask. We'll talk about it. Get with the people on it. Let them kind of see or know what we got going on. Um, I wouldn't take this loan right here. I mean, it's a potential loan that's happening right here. I would not take it because it's counter trend, right? And as I told you, you have your overall trend here on this chart. You got your momentum, and then you got your intra trend or your trend within trend. Then you have your entry. So you have your momentum trend and entry chart, and over here is your overall trend chart. Overall trend right now is down for the time frames we're looking at. And ladies and gentlemen, in case I didn't say, we're trading the NASDAQ E-mini futures market. The NASDAQ E-mini futures market. That's what we're trading right now. And that's it. So we wait. We wait. And look here, ask away. Ask away. How does that fall?
Dr. Jones,
Okay, yeah. Let me fix that. When I,
you got some
I
news out here at 10 o'clock.
at 10 o'clock,
Um,
right?
you got a red folder, orange folder, CB Consumer Confidence, Richmond Manufacturing Index.
Okay. Okay, cool. 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 And let me change my screen. So,
Actually, got another orange folder. Um,
when can you hear me? Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we went out. Let me pull this thing back up here. That's that there. So it's still there. When can you hear me now?
yes, sir.
Okay, great, great, great. Uh, so what we'll do is we'll wait everybody on everything to kind of line up. Um, right. When everything is going in the exact same, going in the same direction with something we'll talk about at a later time with angle and separation, you have a strong, strong possibility. Uh, honestly, I'm looking for this trade to potentially go up. Um, but I don't know, right? That's just my anticipation. That's the other thing about in traders' mind, you need to always have a thought process about what you think is going to happen. That way, if it does happen, then it becomes a self-fulfilling promise, right? You allow yourself, okay, I think it's going up. What's my reason for it thinking it's going up? Because it went up and it's coming back down, is at a major support level. It might not continue through. If it does continue through, right, um, then we'll look for an opportunity to the downside. But if it doesn't, then we say, okay, cool, we know which direction is going. When I'm not going to take a trade before that news comes out. I'm not going to take a trade before that news comes out. We'll wait.
Okay.
We'll wait.
All right.
We'll watch the market because you see what I mean about it hitting a support level. And let me show
Yes.
you. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm gonna expand that out. You see what I'm talking about the consolidation. Mm-hmm. And you see how price is. If you look straight across, Um, that area right there. And I'm not saying it's not going to continue down through it. I don't know the answer to that. But you have a major area right there. That's why it's teetering. Yeah, the past 9 days it's been like really, really in a in an area that 1609.50 is where it's been, and it's just going up and down from there, kind of like the equilibrium point we talked about yesterday, kind of like that. Um, and again, I don't trade before afternoons. I think it might try to go up, but I don't know that for sure. Um, because I could be completely wrong, right? I just think that it's at a you see the line we have going. You see how it just kind of keeps it's a magnet, it just keep pulling up toward it. Um, and you would know that the reasoning why is 100%, 100% because it's where they agree that price is a fair value at that point. And we don't know if they're going to continue to agree or not. So here's my guarantee. I can't tell you to the downside, but I can guarantee you if this thing makes a move to the upside without breaking the bottom, if it breaks the bottom, it's off completely anyway. Uh, Now, what broke that low? Yes, that's the remaining. So let's go back into it. The 2700 is a 2700 volume chart. So that means every last one of those bars have 2700 contracts traded. The 900 is a 900 volume chart, which means each one of those bars has 900 contracts traded. 300 is a 300 volume chart, which means there's 300 volumes traded per bar, right? And then 150 volume chart is the one that has 150 contracts traded per bar. All right. And we trade something that nobody will teach anywhere. It's called price flow analysis. And it basically looks at the flow of price from one chart to another as price is look at the flow of price from one chart to another, kind of seamlessly telling you which direction the market is going. Basically, this 150 volume chart is looking at what's going on inside of this 27. And then what you can do is base your decisions on which direction that 20. And you notice it, I keep telling you this, the that green line that we have, I'm not saying this thing won't continue down here, but that green line is it keeps the price keeps trying to pull back up toward it. And you have potential divergence on the bottom to then go back up. It's only potential right now. That green line is a monster of a situation. And we don't know. I mean, you can look at it and make a decision as to whether or not to go long or short or whatever. It really depends on the market. But for me, I'm sitting here telling you, you shouldn't be trying to trade until the market gives you a definitive direction. And it hasn't given you one as of yet, simply because you got that 10 o'clock news. That 10 o'clock news is a red folder. Am I right, Quentin?
That's correct. You got
So
a red and orange.
got to and you just got you just that's what everybody's pretty much waiting on, um, because that news comes out, you will see a definitive move one way or the other, and you can see again how prices pushing up back toward that green line, and we don't know if it's going to get through it or not. We just have to wait and see here. When I was telling Ron that the market is consolidating today, or it might be consolidating a bit today because today is an inside day, and the price that you have to look for is 15,938 to the downside and 16,089.50 to the upside. Ladies and gentlemen, you can also see that this thing keeps that green horizontal line that we drew to kind of show where price hit a lot or had traded a lot at the 15,972 area thereabouts. Uh, it's like a magnet. It keeps pulling, price keeps pulling back toward it. Um, so we need to just wait and see how the market fares here. You just sit and watch it, man. I mean, it literally is all you do. Just sit and
What makes it? But like, what is it? What makes it? What is the reason? 30 minutes.
so if the trade it works, right, it takes time for the market to cycle back and then give you the exact same thing again. Because once it gives you what you want to see and you take that trade, typically it takes time for the market to then cycle back out of the situation and then cycle back in, right? Cycle back to what you want to see. Um, what I tell everybody all the time, the markets, you see that big spike, and that happened just right now because of news, right? And that's why I tell people you don't want to be trying to trade 5 minutes before or after news because you start having situations like this right here, right? Um, you got a whole situation going on, and we wait 5 minutes after because this thing it go either way. Right now, I think it's going to go up. So it's it's just a matter of waiting on everything that you want to see. That is the main, right? Now, if you get this green arrow, you typically have a trade. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not taking this trade here because of it breaks the rules for us of trading 5 minutes after the news comes out, but it did. Our algorithm gave us a trade at 1578, but we're not taking it because the news could be fluctuating. Again, right there would have stopped you out of that trade because you have a lot of volatility going on right now. So we just wait. Biggest thing is to sit here and wait on everything that you want to see. The risk management, right? Being able to understand, okay, why am I doing X, Y, Z, right? That is the main thing. Why are you doing what you're doing? Um, that said, we just sit here and again, ladies and gentlemen, just wait on everything we want. Now, and as I did yesterday, I'll also I'm going to put the trade, or, if you get a trade, I'm going to put it on the internet so that you can see it. And right now, price needs to get above the high of 15,990. If it doesn't get above 15,990, there's no guarantee that she's going to actually continue up. 15,990 is a area of resistance. Guys, I'll expand the chart to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Right. So you have that area of resistance. And if you look straight across, you can see what price has hit that number quite a number of times here over since 2 o'clock yesterday. Right now, and I say 2 o'clock yesterday, no, it's not correct. Since 7 o'clock last night. So we're just waiting to see if she's going to break out or actually stay in that range. We should know something fairly shortly. Ron, Quentin, can you hear me? Quentin, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man. It went out for a second. So let me be proactive here. If we get into a trade and you call my name and you don't hear me, and you just go ahead and exit that particular trade, because I'm having latency issues over here right now. I can't say for sure what it is, because I don't want to troubleshoot and lose the connection altogether. But it's been kind of herky jerky here the last 10, 15 minutes. But we'll wait. Again, we'll wait.
Okay, I'll make sure I do that and get out without any losses.
All right. So, and then what I'll do is I'll to let you know that I'm around. You'll hear me talking, every 4 or 5, 6 seconds or whatever the case is. I'm upset because now I'm in the trade, but that trade happened already. Yeah. See the trade here. The algorithm gave the trade right there, and it's going to work. But it gave it to you right at news, right at my threshold time. But again, I have those rules in place so that we don't get in a situation.
Yeah, because you also have news at right at 10:05 as well as 10 o'clock.
Right,
So
right, okay.
Two separate pieces.
Two separate pieces, okay.
Mm-hmm. Let me just double check. I think it was two separate red folders altogether. The red was at 10 o'clock. The orange was at 10:05.
Okay. All right. So we need to give it another 5 minutes anyway. So, and it's good because you can see even though I felt like it was going up, it didn't meet our parameters. That's the main, I can't express this enough, man. The main thing in this is to have rules and stick by your rules, right? And then if you see where your rules aren't working over an extended period of time, or I say extended period of time, if you've been trading 2 weeks the same situation and it's not working out the way you want to, I'll say a week, right? Then you might want to look at what your rules are. But when you get in here, you have to abide by those particular rules, because trying to change on the fly, I'm telling you right now, that is a recipe for disaster, right? You have to know what you're doing, why you're doing, how you're doing every single day. So questions, man, please, please, questions.
Um,
Right, it does. Because right now, my expectation, mm, is tough right here. This is tough. But again, I told y'all coming into the day, because you had an inside day, meaning price is above yesterday's low and it's below yesterday's high, um, you might have a situation where the market isn't giving it to you the way that you want it. But you just sit here and wait on it, man. That's the name. The name of the game is waiting on exactly what you want to see. And we haven't seen that yet. So let's look at it in real time, right? Let's just compare points. We don't have a trade coming up, so it'd be good to show this, right? So if I compare that low to this low, that's a lower low, right? If I compare, I'm just going to point to this because we might be having a trade coming up. So compare this high to this high, that's a higher high, right? Now if I compare this low, this right here is a higher low, right? So now you can, I mean, because you can see it in real time, right? And then if price continues to go in that direction, you already know what the situation is. So my anticipation was for this thing to continue to go up, but it did not continue to go up. So this is still a higher low until it breaks that low. Mm-hmm. This right here is a higher low until it breaks this low. And it's still a higher, yeah, still a higher low because it's higher than this blue line right here. And gents, I'm gonna be real with you. Um, this thing is in consolidation because it made a lower low to a higher high, and now it's coming back down. It's still a higher low right now. You see, notice that green line that I drew earlier this morning, it's still a magnet, and they get right there and it just pauses right there around that area. Can y'all hear me? Testing, testing. Can anybody hear me? Wait, it was working perfectly yesterday.
Hey guys, you,
Hey,
you just joined back with us.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'm having some latency issues. I didn't have this issue yesterday. So I don't know the last thing that anybody heard me say, but I'll say it again. We're really proving out to be an inside day because price went from a lower low to a higher high, and now it went back to that equilibrium point at the bottom, support area at the bottom here, right? It went back there, and then now it's trying to go up. Like now it's trying to go up. Can y'all hear me? Golly. Testing, testing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm having latency issues for whatever reason today. But you know, that usually is a sign. That usually is a sign, right? Uh, but what's the last thing y'all heard me say? Because I talked about it going from a higher high, I mean from a lower low to a higher high. This is giving you a higher low, but it's dead
Inside
smack.
day.
Huh?
You talking about the inside day?
Yeah, yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. It is an inside day, and it's proven out to be an inside day because everybody, I need y'all to see why there's no trades. If you see that right there, you do not trade. You see that?
Yeah.
That right there is a sign. Now, when you get online with me, I'm going to show you the real. I'm not going to show you something and try to make it seem like, oh, we trade every day and it's perfect. And that's not what this is. This is real live trading based on what the market is given for that particular day. Today, the market is in consolidation. We really don't need to trade unless price breaks out of either one of those green lines. If you do, you're asking for trouble. I'm not saying you're going to get in trouble, but you're asking for it. You know, market might be willing to give you grace, but you asking for trouble. Just full disclosure. Can anybody hear me? Just every now and again. I don't know what that is. This, I mean, this happens every now and again, but it didn't happen yesterday, so I know it's not that I have too much going on. Um, I'm not going to stress it. It got something like that on here, I thought, but I'll check. This thing just keeps going. Ooh, wee. So listen to me. One micro if you get the arrow up. Can you hear me?
Yeah. One micro. If you get the arrow up.
On the 150. You should be in it now.
All right. I'm in it at 91.25.
All right, you should be out of it.
Out of it.
You're out, right?
Yes, sir. I'm out.
All right, that was, ladies and gentlemen, that was a small loser. I think we lost maybe six points on that trade.
Right at 7.
Right at 7. Okay. All right, you gonna enter it again
When the arrow.
now.
All right. I'm in at 90.25.
All right, I'm talking to you. Can you hear me? That's what we're talking about.
You hear me?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you broke up, so I went ahead and got out.
All right. We don't that so yeah, that one we just count that as part of this first one because it's still part of that first trade.
Yeah, okay. So as soon as I didn't hear you, it dropped pretty significantly, but we didn't lose but 4.5 points on that one. Can you hear me?
It's not a losing trade because it hadn't hit the stop yet. So let's just watch and see. I
All
understand
right.
we have these latency issues. So we'll watch and see, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on. We're having technical difficulties over here. And that happens every now and again. That's why we scale back a little bit for the day. So you still be in this trade because it's still working, and we'd see what it would do. This trade has not triggered out or up yet. So, but again, like I said, you don't want to trade. You truly don't want to trade in this situation here. We'll just wait and see what happens. It has not hit the stop or the target yet. It's really dead smack in the middle, and that's what I mean by consolidation days. On and push. This trade is still going on. It has not hit the stop or the target yet. You see how that magnet, you see how that price is, again, that top now is a magnet because it keeps hitting it, going up against, going up to it. So it's consolidating, hadn't done anything, hadn't hit a stop or target yet. We still be in this trade. Um, internet issues. This trade now is working, obviously. And again, ladies and gentlemen, there's a pause in my internet connection. So we don't need to come back. As you see, this trade is now working, but I'm having latency issues over here. That trade did go to target, so that trade there is a winner. Um, I'm having internet concerns over here. I'm gonna keep repeating that. I'm having internet concerns over here because the market goes in and out here. That happens every now and again, but it didn't happen yesterday, so I didn't foresee this happening today. I'll correct that here when we get offline today. But that Trish trade right here is working. It did go to target because you had a 6 point stop. Excuse me. The entry was over here at 90. I'll take that back. The stop was 82. So it was 8 points. So it went 8 points in your favor over here. So it went to target. But it went your 8 points in your favor. So that's a winning trade. But again, we're having internet issues. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording at this point. Um, I'm gonna stop the recording at this point so that we can troubleshoot that and come back tomorrow. Two trades today, one winner, one loser. Basically, would have been break even for today, plus or minus. Been up maybe 2 or 3 points. So this was really a break even day, just like a um, basically a consolidation day. When it's consolidating, it's tougher to make money. So again, uh, two trades, one winner, one loser on the system. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And we'll do it again tomorrow. All right. Talk to you soon. All right. All right, gents. Something happened today where I couldn't. That trade was a winning trade. Can y'all hear me? Testing, testing. It's good enough bad. I mean, it don't usually do this bad. Can you hear me, Quentin, now?
Yeah.
Man, that second trade was a winner, but those internet issues. Huh. Say that one more time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can't. You can't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is a high powered damn computer, so it's supposed to be doing all this. When I pay goddamn $2,000 for a laptop, I don't expect no problems. No. I don't expect no problems. There was a show for little kids. Quentin, can you hear me? Come on. It's still recording. Yeah.